Good morning, everybody. Hope that you're all well. I'm doing the trade recap real quick because I genuinely didn't have time this weekend. The Saturday I was basically not at my place the entire day. Sunday as well. Literally got back home late last night. Um, so I was like, I'm gonna do it today before market open. So let's just run through. Just gonna be a real quick video. We're gonna run through what happened last week. Obviously, my emotions, the best trades, my thoughts at the time, like those type of things. So now currently, we on Monday. This is Monday, right? We had it was a crazy Monday, to be honest. I would have lost so many times if I had traded this Monday. If you guys go watch back the video, you'll see I tried. I think like I had like three trade ideas, and I would have lost all of them if I traded Monday. So yeah, like some high resistance during the morning session. There was no volatility. Like there was nothing. They like couldn't trade this. So basically, from like couldn't trade this. So there was nothing going on really here. But I can run through it real quick. So at market open, I was looking at this for value gap, the first value gap that we had gotten, and I I really thought we could short this to take out that minor. The London low was a little bit further down, to take out that minor sell side, but then we failed to do that. I just thought that would have been a nice trade to come take out that minor sell side, but then price kept coming back to the midpoint of that new week opening gap. Just you see, even made a double top there, just respecting that midpoint. Just basically some high resistance back and forth. And once we left this, I thought, okay, maybe we're gonna buy. Like here, once we left here, they're like, oh, we're gonna buy, and then I would have entered off this, and then I would have obviously lost this because I was looking at maybe price wants to come take out that high rab over there. So this would have been a complete mess of a Monday if I had traded this Monday. But I don't touch Mondays. I just look at the price, and yeah, even during the macro, there was no clean opportunity. There was actually, which was this over here, this play right over here. Price leaving it, coming back down, coming back, and then using it to take out the minus salsa, or actually K to take out that minus salsa, but then that's the best. That's all we got from it. And then prices reversed, and then took the upside because it's a minor. I think the London low is this one, if I'm not mistaken. It's somewhere here. Wait, let's just actually just check. I could be lying. Oh, yeah, the London low was all the way down here. Damn, okay. Yeah, the London low was all the way there. And it just took out that minor, and then price just continued going up. So no trade, high resistance. I would have lost a lot of money if I had traded this Monday, and of course, I'm glad I didn't. I'm really glad I didn't. I'm really glad I did it. And then we have, let's go to Tuesday. What price did on Tuesday for us? There we go. Oh, wait, what? Tuesday. Oh, yeah, it is. I just didn't see the first already. Yep. Tuesday, bro, my emotions was just all over the places there. I'm not gonna lie. I was really upset with myself. I had company with me, and I've realized something. Every time I have company with me, when I trade, especially when people's opinions are involved, it just throws me off my game at times. And I took someone's opinion, and yeah, kind of paid the price for that. I'm not gonna lie. And bro, it's whatever. It happened. That was a lesson. I wasn't really attentive because I saw the London. I wanted to see sales. I was big on sales this day, but then number one, right? I had a trade idea of the moment when I saw price respecting this. I know it's early in the session. I literally was gonna go press the buy button, but then there was just another ear in my head. Uh, another a voice, like my friend was here with me, and he's learning how to trade. So when he has time, he just pulls up just to see what I do and stuff like that. And that kind of like played a role on this day. Um, uh, I want to take this long right over here. Price going up to the upside. The problem is, okay, my first TP, I would have probably taken it out there, but the runner. I don't even know how many pips. Let me see. There was no target. There was when I watched back at ICT's video, it is like a out on the left side, but obviously we can't see that right now. Well, honestly, we can't because yeah, we can't see that. But I'll try to show you guys in the 15 minute if possible. Yeah, but price swept out this London high. I think it was this one. It swept that high, and then we got this beautiful play during the macro right over here. You guys can see that price came back into this inverse fair value gap and nice short. And I was like, oh, I could literally short this right now. But obviously I didn't at the time. And then I waited for price to come back into this first value gap, thinking that oh we might tap and come back higher and come into this. See this thing I marked as primary buy side. I thought that was gonna get taken out, right? I thought that was gonna get taken out because I just saw this play. But I could have just been more patient and waited for that 15-minute candle to close because we had a 15-minute fair value gap right over like here, just above up here. Price came back, reversed. This would have been a nice entry to go short, in all honesty, to catch the entire beautiful move. But either way, if I was just more patient, price came back into this and I tried to long this. I don't know why I would do that. If I saw the London high got taken out, I was still short, so I'm stuck on the longs and stuff. So I don't know, my mind was just all over the place. For me, this week was just more psychological more than anything to be honest. Like I see my plays happen. It's just been more psychological more than anything, you know. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, mentally taxing this week. Um yeah, I tried to short the along this, sorry. And then this is where the play happened, where price left this first fair value gap and then came back, used this for longs and then stop loss above this. It's just that on the other account, the stop loss was just here. It was just supposed to be a little bit above, right? I was just not paying attention because I was trying to do two things at the same time. And then it just stopped me out on the other account here when I tried to take longs. On my account, I didn't try to go short again. I mean shorts. I didn't try to go short again. I just accepted defeat and I just left it at that. Oops. So yeah, this was the play or using this fair value gap as an inverse, as you guys can see that. And could just be more patient and just waited for that 50 minutes to tell me what it wants to do. And then we would have gotten the yeah, this was the move. This was the move, bro. This was the move. Beautiful play. Um yeah. I was not attentive. I had someone else's opinion get to me. I just should have just waited for that 15-minute candle. Should have just waited. Like I have to be strict in that rule, but waiting for the 15-minute candle. Sometimes when it's obvious, obviously then I know. You know, sometimes the plays happen a little bit earlier, but just patience, bro. Just patience goes a long way. Just waiting for that 15-minute to tell you. Let me see if I can't show you guys a 15-minute Tuesday. This was Tuesday the 9th. Okay, there we go. Here we are. Look at this. Price reacted of this fair value gap, right, and came back into this as well. This was looking at this, so this could have been like your TP if you went for the long, but we didn't do that. But price respected, came back, respected this fair value gap. You see, tapped into it right over there. You see that just a little bit, and then we had this nice reversal. Also looking at this fair value gap, respecting that, and then lower prices. Then obviously, while I'm down here, when I see this close, I could use this when this open to go short. If I just had been more patient, I would have been given the play on a silver platter, but I was very impatient and yeah, and that was the punishment. That was the punishment. That was the punishment. And that's okay. And price literally came back into this. Look at that. Crazy, right? Okay. And then we got Wednesday. The Wednesday I went for a trade. Um, it was a clean trade though, but I broke a rule to myself of the entire break even chat. In all honesty, um, let me see. Yeah, the whole break even because I did go break even in the trade. I ended up losing $10 on the first trade because I took two trades this day. The first TP got hit, which is like $25, which was the midpoint of, let me see. I entered using this, which was like here. That was first TP. It got hit. I took it. And then because the stop loss was quite big, actually. Look at that. This was the trade. The stop loss was big. Look at that, 74 pips. I was risking like $25, and I risked $25 a day. So imagine I was risking $50 on two positions. So yeah, I did not want to risk it. But that first TP did get hit. That first TP did get hit, and then this was the second TP all the way up here. Oh wait, it was wait, I had DST's relative equal highs right over there. That was the second TP, but obviously that. Um, then I moved the stop loss just above the midpoint of this fair value gap, and I got stopped out, as you guys can see. I should have just left it because when I tried to go for the second trade, I ended up just losing the $25 either way. So I ended up being break even on the day, and I'm just being break even on Wednesday, so I didn't lose or make anything. Let me just write break even. I forgot to write break even. Just write break even. Yeah, I ended up going break even on the day, and yeah, I revenge traded this when I lost that. So that was not good. That was not good. I don't know when the last time I revenge traded, but my emotions. I'm saying this week, bro. I don't know. So yeah, this whole thing of break even to not to leave it, but also at the same time just trying to protect the account as well. Because we are risking a lot that day. And then and then price reached 50 minutes for very gap. My thoughts were not there though. Because I was still waiting for during this time I was still waiting for that 50-minute candle to close. So I didn't want to risk anything. Let me show you guys that. This was during that 15-minute candle. You see that? This because the 50-minute candle went up and then it had a time when it was just chasing down. So I just had to wait for it to play out because of it was also using see this fair value gap right over there. The small inverse one as well. Um so yeah, this time I just had to wait for that 50 minute. If I had probably seen it or this would have been a nice entry using this to enter would have been such a nice entry, but I didn't do that. I had to just wait for that 50 minute this day, and it would have still played out. It would have still played out. Just would have taken a little bit longer, but it would still played out. And I could have just should have just been more patient, dude. So that's the price one pays for being impatient. It could have been a clean week, but it's just psychologically just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then Thursday we took a loss, which was also a silly loss. Okay, this one is just on me, man. It's just the silliest loss ever. Like price literally showed me I'm not trying to take out this because the London low is right up below this, and it kept showing me that it doesn't want to take this out because it kept respect. Wait, where was the London low? I think it was like this one. Let me see that. Hold on, does not confirm. Oh no. Okay, at the time. Okay, at the time, I think the London. It's either it was this one. I'm not certain. I'm not quite certain. I was waiting for the London low to get taken out. I genuinely was so confident. I was like, okay, the longs would make more sense if I saw the London low get taken out, but that was not the case. That was not the case. Let me see. Nah, nah, nah. I think it's this one. This was the London low at the time, but that was not the case. Price just kept. If the London low got taken out and then I saw price do this, then I would be more confident about buys. But I still wanted to see this. That's henceforth I went for sales. I thought that it's gonna retrace and then go lower. But it did but on the video the moment I literally saw price close above this, I said it. I was like, the trade is cooked. I'm gonna lose this one. And because I'm gonna lose this one. And then we got this. Because this would have been my entry. Literally as price was doing this would have been my entry. And then we had this nice fair value gap right over there. Second candlestick, and we had news this day. Second candlestick open. I was news. I'm not certain. Second candlestick open. Price tapped into that, and away it went. Literally, it just bought. It was really crazy, really crazy. So those silly loss as well. I was very impatient. I did not wait for that 50-minute candlestick because this is when that 50-minute candle opened. and then would have given me the confirmation that we want to buy, and because also price was respecting this daily wick midpoint, yes. So just culling us out the lines a little bit, but it was respecting that, and then price went high on the 15 minute. It looks like my mouse is dying. Let's see. So it looks like on the 15 minute because it came back into this fair value gap. You see that it came back into that twice, and then we had this rejection candle showing that nope, I don't want to go, and then the next candlestick just went a bit lower. That's when it was coming to that fair value gap, and then it just sent price higher. That was a nice play. I'm not gonna lie. If I had been more patient and I waited for the 15 minute, I wouldn't have hurt myself. So yeah, I'll always just bro. You guys can see the problem. The 15 minute value gap, 15 minute, not 15 minute, but waiting that 15 minutes just to see what price wants to tell me what's gonna do. And that was my loss for that day. Took out that London high all the way back up there. It took it out and then later came back to sweep out that low. So yeah, that was basically it. That was Tuesday. No, that was Thursday, sorry. So that was Yeah, I was just stuck on that London low getting taken out first, but Price had other plans. So yeah, I was just kind of married to my bias, but at the same time, I could have just been patient and I would have just waited. It would have went a long way if I just waited. And then we have Friday. Friday, I didn't take any trades like as a punishment as well towards myself. Um, yeah, because just my performance as you guys just bad. I was like, Friday, I'm not gonna trade. Just either be on the safe side, take my two losses of this week, and one break even, and just leave it at that. Let's not make it any worse. But I kind of did feel bad when this trade, literally, bro. I almost pressed the button, and it would have worked out. But at the same time, I made a promise to myself that I'm not gonna trade. But then market open, we had a small open range gap. Price literally dropped all the way down, took out the London low. The moment took out the London low, I knew we were gonna buy. I was like, okay, we definitely have to buy now. I know that's bound to happen, and that's exactly what happened. Price took out that London low, and then I said it on the video. Let's just wait for it to get above this to go higher. But then the moment I saw this fair value gap right over here, and then Price was reacting off this, and I was like, you don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about that. Price literally used this small fair value gap right over there, and then look at that. Went straight up to that London low and London high. And also, if oh my god, sorry, someone's trying to call me. And then the moment price we had wait, okay, yeah, and then we had this fair value gap right over here. Price respected this fair value gap, and it came back into the first fair value gap right over there during the second macro, I think. And yeah, it literally would have came back and then finished off the play. With my mouse is dying. Damn. It would have finished off the play. Beautiful trade. And the saddest thing about me not trading this, I feel like what hurt me more is that I would have literally made all my money back that I would have lost this week with profit. All of it with profit. But I'm glad that I kept the promise that I made to myself that you know what, I'm not gonna trade regardless of what happens. I'm just gonna look at it, I'm just gonna analyze, and I'm glad that I listened to myself. I feel like those are the important moments, because what if this didn't happen and something it would have went another way, and I would just lost money again. Um, but yeah, but if I had traded today, I mean the Friday, as you guys can see, it would have been a beautiful day. I would have just made all the money back. But yeah, that's okay. We just see. I know we can recover this week. Definitely, we can recover this week. Just need to get my mind right, get my head in the game, and then we'll start. Let's look at that 50. How it used that 50-minute play. Uh, duh, 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 duh. No. There it is. You guys can see on this one on the 15 minute with flip and this one just had to come a little bit more experience because in this 15 minute you guys can see it went out above it, but I knew that if it takes out the London low, probably gonna get a retracement, and we waited for that. And on the 15 minute you guys can see it came back, it left this 15 minute, you see that, and then it came back to retest it as well, retesting this first value gap, and then we got higher prices, and that's it. But for me this week it was a very psychological week, I'm not gonna lie. The losses I took was silly. It's just patience, man. Like I'm rushing something, especially because I have the fund account now. It's like I'm rushing for the payout. I feel like that's the problem right there. Unlike when you're doing the phases, you're just so focused on the system and the progress. Now I'm just rushing things, so I just need to get my mind straight when it comes to all of that business. Um, but yeah, and the mistakes, the over trading I did like twice this week. I was just given grace that I didn't damage myself. I used smaller loss sizes when I did do it, so that's a lesson as well. Uh, so yeah, that was just this week, bro. Just fighting demons was a very psychological week for me, and yeah, hopefully, well, I know we can recover this week. I believe that we will. So, yeah, man. I'll see you guys literally in like an hour and a half. I'm gonna upload this right now. It shouldn't take too long. And then I'm gonna be up again in an hour and a half. And we can do the trade. We can see what Monday has to bring us. I'm gonna see you guys now, literally. So yeah, that was my weekly recap. Psychological week. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Definitely a lot of lessons there. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in a few.